I absolutely love coming to Disneyland by myself, and today is one of those solo days, and I'm actually going to be putting something to the test today and seeing if it's actually worth it or not to do single rider. If you don't know, single rider is something that Disney offers on select rides where single people can go and get in line, and especially if you're here by yourself or for one of the bigger rides where maybe you don't mind having to be split up from your party, this can be a great way to get onto rides faster. So today I'm going to be going on all the single rider rides available at Disneyland and Disney California Adventure and seeing how long it actually takes for me to get on these rides. We are starting off the day in Avengers Campus. Our first ride of the day is going to be Web Slingers. And for context, it is a Wednesday and it's about to be 9 a.m. So the park has been open for almost an hour now and it is pretty slow. It's the week after the holiday season ended here. So I feel like it's kind of that sweet spot where it's not too busy because there's not really anything going on right now here. So we'll see how long, our single rider waits are. So let's go.
This is some pretty awesome tech like vibranium from Wakanda or this crazy alien juice stuff. We have pin particles and Star Tech. It all helps us develop really cool stuff like these spider bots, for example. Check it out. They have this really cool self-replicating feature.
My arms are now pretty sore from all that swinging and slinging. So I had a good time on Web Slingers. That's not one I do often. So single rider I think is nice because it's not one I would want to really wait in a longer line for, even though the wait ended up being like just under the posted wait time for standby. Now we're going to head over to what I think is probably one of the most popular rides for single rider, Radiator Springs Racers. Only a 12-minute wait for Racers was incredible. We did actually get stopped when we were on the ride right before we were about to take off. We were stuck there for a little bit and then thankfully the ride resumed. We went through and then when we were about to get off, the cast members asked if we wanted to re-ride. So we were able to do that, which was great. Now it's time to go head over to one of my favorite other rides in all of Disneyland Resort, but specifically in DCA, Incredicoaster.
Head back, face forward, and hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Sorry that my hair is looking a little bit windblown right now from Incredicoaster, but that was only a 4-minute wait. I'm assuming that's probably going to be our shortest wait of the day. It usually is on the shorter side for single rider, which I always appreciate. So now let's go head over to another roller coaster, Goofy Sky School. And full disclaimer before we go on, this is not one of my favorite rides. I do not usually willingly go on this, but I am putting myself to the challenge of doing all the single rider rides that I can today, so let's head over there now. Well, scratch that, the single rider line is currently closed at Goofy Sky School, so I'm gonna try to stop back later today and see if it's open, but that can happen with these rides, so that's actually a good example, I guess, to include in this video, that sometimes they will close the lines. I don't exactly know what the reason is, but it is closed right now, so let's go head over to the next attraction. Grizzly River Run is actually closed right now for refurbishment, I believe until the end of February, so we will not be able to do single rider on that today, but I don't really mind too much because it is pretty cold out. Soarin was going to be my next stop, but it's actually down right now and it's still too early for me to park hop over to Disneyland. So I just headed out of DCA. I stopped to take a picture with Oswald on the way out because there was no line for him. And now I'm just going to go pop into World Disney for like 20 to 25 minutes while I wait to go head over into Disneyland. Space is done and it was great. Now let's go head over to something a little bit less fun in my opinion, the Matterhorn Bobsleds. I have mostly recovered from Matterhorn. I just got a bite to eat and it is time to go on to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Pilots, line up behind the train, and engineers, you harpoon that precious cargo. All right, into
round 2 for Soarin. It says it's open. Let's hope single rider is as well.
Hello and welcome to Soarin. My name is Patrick and I'll be your chief flight attendant today.
Round 2 was a success on Soarin. Now let's go check if it has opened up at Goofy Sky School. we are all done with our little single rider analysis video. I apologize that the lighting is not great because we are in the parking garage right now, but what can you do? My phone died pretty much right after I got off of Goofy Sky School, and I forgot to bring my external battery somehow today. So here are some of my thoughts. The longest wait was Matterhorn. I honestly was expecting the longest wait to be Radiator Springs Racers because I feel like that is more popular, but I think it was more just the time of day. I think if I had done Racers a little bit later in the day, like after 11 o'clock when people who started the day in Disneyland hopped over to DCA, I think that the wait probably went up, and the wait for single rider probably did go up then. So that's my thoughts on that. The shortest wait was Incredicoaster, which is not all that surprising because honestly the wait time for that, especially in the mornings at DCA, is usually pretty short, like 10 to 20 minutes. And honestly, like sometimes it's posted at 20 minutes, but it like actually flies by. So that's not that much of a shock. And then everything else kind of fell in between. So we did the 3 rides at Disneyland, and then we did 5 over in DCA. Like I mentioned, it should be 6, but Grizzly River Run is closed for refurbishment currently until the end of February. And because of the keys being blocked out for, you know, those 2 weeks at the end of December, and me being out of town the first week of January, I just couldn't get here to film this video before before the ride went down for refurbishment. So apologies for that, but honestly, it's pretty cold out still, and I just don't love getting wet on rides, so it kind of worked out in my favor. I think single rider is great. It can be really helpful, especially if you're trying to fit a lot of stuff into your day, whether you're by yourself or with a group, and you want to try to cut down on some of these long wait times or try to fit stuff in between like Genie bookings. This can be a really great way to do that. But just a reminder, it is similar to Lightning Lane, that it is not, you know, a guarantee you're going to get on immediately. They do obviously prioritize people who are waiting in the standby line and the Lightning Lane lines, and then they try to fit in single rider as they come, you know, because a lot of the times it's for, say, a group of 3 people, so then they'll put a single rider in with them for, you know, 4 seats. That's kind of how it works. But like you saw, it was closed when I went up to it the first time at Goofy Sky School, and then it was open a bit later on. Sometimes they might just put you in with Lightning Lane. I've had that happen to me as well. And sometimes maybe the single rider line just won't open at all for the day. So just keep that in mind, be flexible with your schedule, and just have fun. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my little analysis experiment. I'd love to know any questions or thoughts that you have about single rider. Let me know what your favorite ride is to do single rider on. I always think it's fun, especially, you know, when people are like having a good time and are like chatty with you. And I just think about how many like random family like photos I'm probably in from being a single rider on various rides over the years. If you are not already subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would do so down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, leave me a comment down there as well, and I'll see you in my next video again really soon. Bye.